Now it's time for AOR's
The fuck?
Giant Dicks of History.
And that's going where?
So this week, we don't really have just one dick of history. It's more like a bouquet of historical dicks. It's like a big garden of phallic flowers that exploits the poor and unfortunate every single year, forcing them to plant two lips every holiday season. You may remember last week we spoke about PR or public relations godfather and propaganda author Edward Bernays. Well, his legacy as the master manipulator continues with America's National Day of Greed and Materialism, and we all know it as Black Friday. So our big dick of the week is Black Friday and those who contribute to it. But give me a chance and let me give you a little bit of history on Black Friday. So Black Friday wasn't always a time in which, Americans sacrificed their own dignity for large discounts and cheap products. Rather, Black Friday's roots actually stem back to 1924. After Macy's had began their Thanksgiving Day parades back in 1924, which mainly was to kind of welcome in Santa Claus and the holiday season, the department stores realized, hey, we're kind of dictating the masses on when they should start holiday shopping. Well, now, any greedy corporation that wants your hard-earned money, they began to sway the government into their favor. So what they did was they pressured FDR. And by doing so, they were able to convince him to move Thanksgiving back in November so that the public, by 1 week, so that the public can start shopping for their holiday season sooner. So this didn't take with everyone at first. It was a little rough. For a few years, there were actually two Thanksgivings, one on the last Thursday in November, which is what it used to be, and one on the fourth Thursday of November, which is where it is now. And the new one, the one that we practice now, is actually called Franksgiving for Franklin Delano Roosevelt. But eventually, the country kind of fell into line, and retailers got what they wanted: a shopping holiday that can take advantage of. That can basically take advantage of a day when all families are in town and they can begin doing their shopping together, which has been proven to spend more money when you're going out on Black Friday, with a crowd and all that, trying to get the best item. So the new tradition, while it did take a while, it didn't actually really catch on until 1966. And the words Black Friday, that was the first time they were ever uttered in the familiar context of how we know them today. So, which basically the way we know them today is a day in which we kill each other, in which we kill and trample each other over things we want right after we're done stuffing ourselves to show what we are actually thankful for what we already have. So now there are people out there that believe that the term Black Friday came from the fact that most retail stores make up their losses from the year during the holiday season. This is because in the old days, prior to the computers and all that, retailers and bookkeepers used ink pens, red ink pens to show for losses, and black ink pens to show for profits. So Black Friday sort of sounds legit, right? I mean, that sounds like a good idea. Black means profit. That makes sense. But it's not. The first time Black Friday, those words were ever actually uttered was in 1966. And it was from a statement given by the Philadelphia police about the absolute madness and safety issues posed by large crowds the day after Thanksgiving. So this is right about when the Black Friday traditions were really starting to take off, as in Thanksgiving in 1966. So this meaning has kind of had remained the origin of Black Friday until the corporations came up with the ink pen theory that I just gave you. And that was in the mid 1980s, about 1984, 85. So now we should be all aware of the issues that come with Black Friday. I mean, aside from the fact that, you should be spending quality time with your family that's probably coming from out of town while the kids are all running around breaking shit. The cousins are sneaking bottles of brandy into their eggnog. And if you're lucky enough, like our question earlier, argue with your in-laws about politics and their love for God. That's what I do on Thanksgiving. So, but instead, you have to go to work. We all know that. We all understand that that's the part that sucks about Black Friday. But what really sucks about Black Friday is that, besides that, we should all recognize one key point. If Black Friday means to ensure that the retail industry ends their year in the black, in the profit, in the positives, there cannot mathematically be a neutral benefit for you. There can't. There is no way that if they're making all their money for the year that they lost and they can end in the positive, that you're benefiting from that. So, for instance, let's talk about doorbusters. One of the reasons people get up so early in the morning or sacrifice their Thanksgiving to go shopping. So, doorbusters, when I said that we go out for cheap, for deals on cheap items, so basically these doorbusters that we're all willing to kill our fellow citizens over for that big screen Samsung that's 70% off, most of us know each store only carries about 10 of them. But what most people probably don't know is that those doorbusters are what are called derivative products. Derivative products mean that Samsung purposely made that TV as cheaply as possible, specifically to market it as a doorbuster. Also, if you buy that TV, odds are that you're going to be paying full price for that entertainment center, the wall mounts, the cables, anything else that you have to buy for that TV. And sometimes those products, those little side products, are marked up just to offset the sale between the original item. It's not all for you. But the bottom line is, this holiday is for them, not you. So don't participate. But then, what do we do about presents? I know. What do we do about presents? Well, there's kind of three options you can do. You can go to your local electronics store and show them some love. If you have a local electronics store, that's always great.
Yeah, you probably don't.
There's a few out there. There's not many. Or you can wait until the real sales begin, which is the Saturday before Christmas. That's the biggest sale day of the year. Black Friday's the biggest shopping day.
That's when I do my shopping. I don't want all these bastards out there.
I ain't trying to pepper spray nobody for a goddamn Nintendo Wii.
They got the old school Nintendo.
Or what you can do is just use the damn internet. You can just use the internet.
Al Gore invented it for a reason. God damn it.
Exactly. You can find all these deals outside of stores that you know of as household names. So, I mean, this year, if you absolutely feel like you need to participate in the chaos, if you absolutely have to do that, maybe it is your family tradition or whatever. I mean, I don't go out on Thanksgiving. And that's what Alex and I are asking you today. If you must participate in the Black Friday madness, we would love for people to boycott it. But if you cannot do that, at least do not go on Thanksgiving. Do not give in to that shit. I mean, when I was growing up, it was fun to get up at, 4 o'clock in the morning and go with everybody to Walmart and watch people kill each other over shit. If that's your tradition, fine. But that was on Black Friday. And the reason I say this is because we collectively hold the purchasing power, and we are currently using it to motivate the materialism to a point to where we force our own fellow citizens to work on a holiday that is meant to be about being thankful. I mean, I'd say we've kind of lost our way. I mean, just know retail employees make up the majority of jobs in this country, and the median average for those jobs is $25,000 a year, and no, they're not all teenagers. $25,000 a year. Let them have their holiday at the very least. And lastly here, I want to shout out to REI. REI is not going to be open for Thanksgiving or Black Friday. And to observe the family time for their employees, which is what everybody works for in the first place.
Yeah, that's cool. I saw I drove past McDonald's by my house yesterday, and they're going to be open on Thanksgiving. So in case turkey isn't your forte, you can always get a double Big Mac with fries. So I don't understand who the hell would go to McDonald's on Thanksgiving, or why would you'd make those people work. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's a trend that's happened lately and just continues to get worse. I have seen more places are starting to open on Friday and get rid of the Thanksgiving kind of thing.
The
but
madness stuff,
yeah. Yeah, like you said, shout out to those places. Let's keep Thanksgiving a holiday, If you want to shop, do it on Friday.
But
And,
yeah, basically on Thanksgiving, it's about, as we've started and into this episode, it's about killing your own family members, not family members of others. Keep that shit in your house. Kill people. Kill people at Thanksgiving dinner. Don't go shoot somebody or stab or even pepper spray to grab a TV. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm not doing Black Friday. And I would encourage everybody to do it to not do it as well if you have it within your power to do so, because you can look all this stuff up. I mean, do the research. You are getting screwed. It's never been about you. They don't give a shit. Stay home and sleep in. Hopefully you have the day off. And if you are one of those people that have to work on Black Friday and Black Friday weekend instead of getting to enjoy family time and hang out with cousins you haven't seen in a while and all that, this is for you.